Hey guys, it's Mike with Become the Night. Welcome to Song Suggestion Friday. There's a couple of things I want to make you aware of. So as you can see by the thumbnail, I have a couple of special guests today who I would like to make a regular part of the show. I tried to do the usual amount of songs I cover in a Song Suggestion Friday, and I did not expect them to be this camera friendly, so we wound up having a ton of footage. So this is part one of a 3-part Song Suggestion Friday that will be coming out Saturday and Sunday sequentially. I think you guys are going to enjoy this. Let me know in the comments what you think of Ben and Ryan. They're awesome guys and they're fantastic musicians. And I want to apologize. It feels like I'm apologizing all the time lately. The audio quality on these recordings is not very good because I don't have the equipment to do multiple mic'd up people right now. I'm going to be getting that solved. Enjoy the video, guys.
Thunder, 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 Thundercats! Thunder, 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 Thundercats!
Hey guys, it's Mike with Become the Night. Welcome to another Song Suggestion Friday. I got my friends here with me. This is Ryan. He is my drummer who's working with me on this project. This is Ben. He is the guitar player who's working with me on this project. So anyway, I had something to say and I totally forget it now. Really quick, something I want to address for you guys. For those of you guys who keep suggesting songs and I don't pick them, either keep suggesting them because eventually I will get to them, or just give up on life because you're not worth it. No, but seriously, keep suggesting them or pick other ones, I don't care, but like keep putting your suggestions in. I will definitely get around to them. And actually, the more I see something, the more I will be tempted to actually pick it. Do not spam the comment section or I will absolutely not pick your song. So the rules for this always go, we grade it with basically however the hell we feel about this, or it used to be me, but now I brought in these two motherfuckers in here. However we feel about the song as individuals, if we liked it, would listen to it again, plus sign. Didn't really have an opinion one way or the other, it's whatever, equal sign. Actively avoid ever listening to that song again, minus sign. Alright, so let's get started. Hats Off to the Bull by Chevelle.
Or Hands Down to the Floor, as I always thought that song was called. I didn't even know that song. I was like, I love Chevelle, but Hats Off to the Bull, I don't think I've ever heard that song. And then seconds into that song, I couldn't believe that Hats Off to the Bull was the actual name of the song.
was Hands Down to the Floor?
Yeah, it's a pretty catchy song title.
Yeah, right.
I think I've been able to touch the floor in 5 years now.
Hats Off to the Bull I thought was a pretty cool song. I mean, the intro was kind of cool, although I don't know, like, after a while for me, like, the new metal thing gets a little flat. It's just a little too predictable for me personally.
I kind of like Chevelle's style of, like, not really playing over your standard chords. He always has like moving riffs that really like kind of do his thing.
Kind of like metal, but like new.
Yeah, I kind of say like a different way of doing metal for modern times. It's not quite like the old way. But I do think he paved the way for like Royal Blood and like Trainwreck or Death from Above. Kind of like these like riffy, just like 2-piece bands that have a cool song structure, and he was kind of like the first one to do it, I think. Maybe not, but as far as I know.
Yeah, I feel bad that they get criticized a lot for having mediocre to bland guitar work when it's very appropriate. You know, all their songs are good. I call them bro jams. Go to the car with your bros.
Yeah. Good redneck metal.
Bro, yes.
Yeah. I did really like the vocals. The vocals for Chevelle are always very good. Lyrically, it's different than what you'd expect from standard metal, and I actually kind of find that refreshing. With their production, they always have a really good production, but they got a really nice crunch out of the combination of the drums and the guitar. It's really nice, and you get that really low-end boomy bass behind it that really just kind of gives it that wall of sound that Metallica has been basically shoving down our throats for 30 years.
Agreed. Yeah, I think they have a good sound. His vocals, and he sings while he's playing the guitar. It's not just your typical.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he actually plays lead. I mean, granted, it's not like lead. Yeah,
It's new lead.
It's not Metallica lead by any means, but it's not simple to play while you sing.
It's not the Ramones. It's not the Ramones sedated.
Yeah.
I'm actually glad it's not Metallica.
Oh. total grade for this song for me, equal sign.
Not my favorite Chevelle song. I like it, also equal sign.
It's probably the first Chevelle song I ever heard. I would say equal sign. It's not my favorite song ever, but enjoyable when I hear it.
Feathergun and the Garden of the Sun by Rishloo. All in all, I mean, this is my first experience with Rishloo. This is extremely good prog, I gotta say. It kind of reminded me of a blend of Tool and Baroness, which is weird, I think, to say because they're so similar already, but I mean, just, if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. You'll get what I'm saying.
I agree strongly. Like, I'd never even heard of Rishloo, and I was kind of upset that I never had, because like, I was expecting him, since I haven't heard of him, to be below standard, but he's actually above par. I really enjoyed Rishloo. Like, I actually went to look up his other stuff, and I didn't do that for any of the other songs.
John Petrucci, watch the fuck out.
Longtime fan, Nerd Rant. I love Rishloo. I have all of their albums in my car right now.
All three of them.
There's
Yes, one Rishloo fan among us.
The singer is so good and he's so humble. The band broke up after their third album because he didn't feel like he was up to par. And then they got back together for another album. Feathergun is actually their most produced album, which it's great. It's a great album. He borrows his writing style from Fair to Midland era, writes with colloquialisms and everything is symbolism. I absolutely love this song, and I love every song by Rishloo.
Can you fit in any other isms into this? And to go off what you said about the vocals, I absolutely loved the vocals. They actually kind of reminded me, you guys aren't going to understand this reference, but they kind of reminded me of the way Danny Avidan from Game Grumps sings. It was like, if Danny could project his voice more, he would sound exactly like that guy. Like, I wish Danny could do some fucking prog. Need to get you to, man. He even listens to prog, I know he does. And also, amazing guitar work. The guitar work was really, really good. Grade for me for this song, 2 plus signs.
How many are you allowed to give?
As many as you fucking want.
Okay. I'm from a 1 to 10 scale in my mind, I'd have to give this one like an 8.5. Like, I really, really enjoyed the song. The album cover was just icing on the cake.
Did it get you like half chub?
Like 3/4, really.
3? Oh, okay. That's definitely 2 plus. That's like, 2 plus signs.
Had to take a break.
That's 4 thumbs up right there.
Oh god.
Love this song.
Fields of Sound by Motherjane. These guys really harken back to classic prog for me. They sound reminiscent of like Rush or Yes. And what really blew me away was I was not expecting with that kind of guitar tone for that guy to shred it up that much in that solo. Like, that really blew me away. That was outstanding.
Dropkick Murphys, when I first heard it, I was like, sweet. Dropkick Murphys is like kind of like with a new sound. And I was interested, and then the guy started singing, and then it put doubt into my mind. And then it came like that I don't know, it just hit some, what I was telling these guys earlier, is it sounds like I'm half Cuban, and there's like this Spanish pop music, and around the world, all these Hispanic countries listen to American music because it's the best produced, leaving their countries,
America!
Yes, leaving their country's music to be below par. Not saying every other country is like that, but a lot of countries cannot put out the standard quality that Americans can produce. Having said that, I feel like this song
you're about to get a lot of hate. I have a lot of foreign
I'm Spanish, so I can say these things. They kind of went to like this foreign, underproduced, like cheesy sound, and it really threw me off. Like Mike said, the guitar work is amazing. The guy has definitely practiced his instrument and great musician.
I would imagine so.
Overall song structure, I was not a fan. Or the vocals, or the video.
I'll let you go. I already talked.
I thought the production sounded a little cheesy. I really enjoyed the song though.
Fuck me.
I'm a drummer, you know. All the drums sound like they were programmed in, like his hands just doing this the whole time. Oh, you can't. That looks cut that out. Anyway.
Looks like he's jacking off with his fucking palm.
This guy knows I like my fancy cymbal work, but I think my arm will fall off after playing eighth notes at 170 beats a minute for 6 minutes.
Who cares?
It's just
Fuck both of you.
I really like the song though. It has elements of like 90s grunge-esque stuff to me. I hear like Helmet mixed with prog, which was a unique take on it. I thought. You don't like what I just said?
I hate it. No. Like I kind of see where he's coming from. I don't get the grunge per se, but tonally and the way it was mixed, I can see where he's coming from with the 90s thing. Total grade for this song for me, plus sign.
I would give this song 2 negatives, definitely. You
only get 1 minus.
Oh. I can be as positive as 1, but I have a limit on the negative. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much like if you negative it, like you can throw it in the trash can only once.
1 full negative.
Minus sign.
And definitely like the bottom 3 for this song list that I received.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I give it totally give it a plus sign. I would check out more of the stuff. I think I will.
He would fap to it some more.
I love this song.
Children of the Grave by White Zombie. Well, first thing I gotta say, it sounded a lot like Rob Zombie.
Is it not the same?
Yeah, it's
okay.
That's the joke. It definitely has the staples of a Rob Zombie production. The really big, like, ugly percussive sounds, like the wow, and all that weird shit.
The thing I can always like expect with them is like just that fat guitar tone.
Fat as
that
hell.
is unknown to me how he can do that. But it sounds great.
I bet you I can actually get that tone out of that one Schecter you have.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's tuned tight enough. You can probably tune it low. It's like a bass. Yeah.
I mean, you don't even need. Sorry, we'll get to this later. Sorry. All right, sorry, guys.
It's that signature, zombie tone. It's what I expected from White Zombie, and it wasn't like a shock to me to hear something like that from him.
Pretty predictable.
Yeah, exactly. Overall, I liked it when I listened to it in my free time. Not quite, but
you wouldn't actively seek it out.
Exactly. It's an old sound. Back in the day, I would have had that on repeat. It's a good song.
By the way, did you guys know that this is actually a Black Sabbath song?
Yeah, that was a cover for the Black Sabbath.
Yeah, I've never listened to that Black Sabbath song. All right, guys. I'm really not that big of a fan of Black Sabbath. I don't hate by any means. Put down your keyboards. Just really, I got into them too late in my music journey, so it was kind of like taking a step backwards. So like, I appreciate them for what they did for all the guys that I listen to and love, but there's very few songs by them I'm just like, yes. Oh, War Pigs. Of course, War Pigs.
It's a good redemption on that one.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I could pull White Zombie's guitar tone out of my toilet on any day of the week. I am not a fan.
Rob Zombie, the Gauntlet Stroke.
Overproduced, generic, industrial crap rock that's been on the radio for 20 years.
Get him! Get him, Ryan! Get him!
I feel much better now.
To counterpoint that, I don't hate this. I don't love it. Let's put it that way. I appreciate it for what he's trying to do from a production standpoint.
If you've heard one song, you've heard literally every other one.
Exactly.
Yeah. Total grade for me for this song, equal sign.
Agreed. Equal sign.
I wish we were allowed to use 2 of these, but
Minus sign. The Count of Tuscany by Dream Theater.
That was a commitment.
I
was like, am I 19 for this?
Anyway, the song was amazing. Duh. I feel like the vocals were kind of awkward at a few points, as Dream Theater kind of likes to do. Like when they do distinguished accent, like when you there's no way you can say distinguished accent in like a semi-growl and make it sound like a human said this. There's no way.
It's Dream Theater, so they're just never gonna sound bad. I think they could have split it up into more tracks and made it a little bit more easy to digest. But I enjoyed trying to count to 4 and then 5.
Or maybe cut out like one of the 5 bridges they had in the song.
Yeah, it was I guess the way I kept myself entertained is because I was trying to count it out the whole time. Which is impressive that the dude can keep up with that on drums.
Oh fuck!
Like
no.
he knows, and anybody in that band to keep up with that song, amazing.
To remember that song to play live after having recorded it.
Yeah.
Wow, and that's one of their entire catalog.
One song.
Like, whoa! Believe it or not, the guitar player writes the words.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and there's no way that could ever feel unnatural.
To hear it again, I'd have to be in a mood with some time, but overall, it was an enjoyable listen.
Yes,
experience.
absolutely.
That's what that is.
I
More so
mean,
than a song.
It's epic. It's Dream Theater. What else is there to say? Total grade for this song for me, plus sign.
Plus sign for me as well.
I'd like to give my opinion on this song. I mean, the album got a lot of criticism for the growling vocals. People wanted Opeth Singer to come in and do them, but I'm glad they did it their own way. That way they don't have to rely on other musicians to sound like them when they do it live. And, being a huge fan of Dream Theater and a drummer who's mainly influenced by them, this stuff, makes a lot of sense to me. They borrow a lot of time signatures from their old albums. But anyway, Count of Tuscany.
There's only so many time signatures you fucking do. It's like Eminem borrows a lot of time signatures from his old albums.
Other than the way too extended Jordan Rudess synth pad solo that should just be a couple of seconds instead of 3.5 minutes, that goes into this beautiful acoustic guitar outro that I'm particularly fond of. I love everything about the song.
Two things. One, I actually really liked that synth solo. But another thing too, one of the reasons why I actually hadn't listened to this song before, don't put the keyboards down. One of the reasons why I haven't listened to this song before is because I tried listening to this album before, Black Clouds and Silver Linings. And the first track, I was like, I have to turn this off. I will come back to it later, and just never came back to it. Because I was like, all these other ones are so awesome. Why do I need that? Two plus signs.
And being a big fan of album covers, that was also probably that one and Rishloo were my two favorite album covers.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You went all in on this.
This dude fucking watches the music video for Motherjane. Like, what's she doing?
If you watch the music video, you might understand my opinion of the song, because it was
because you got like, you got the singer just being like, Floods by Pantera. All right, full disclosure, I've heard this song before you guys suggested it. Not only that, it's probably my favorite Pantera song. I absolutely love the shit out of this song, and has been actually very influential in the way that I make music.
This might be my last critique on the song, because I might be kicked off this couch. Anyways, I've never really listened to Pantera much. I listened to this song, and I listened to like the first minute of it, skipped about 4 minutes of it, still sounded the same. Skip through.
No, you ruined it.
And I couldn't get into it. I listened to probably like 75% of the song, and I couldn't really do much more.
Oh, Ben, you missed it, man.
I know. It's not an approved message.
I listened to the whole song and I'm pretty much on the same page. It just sounded, I quoted this earlier, it sounded like a confused metal singer stuck through a dissonant field of flowers and then telling them flood over and over again for like 4.5 minutes. And then there's this awesome guitar outro that just ends the song. Like, that should have been the song.
Oh, all right. That's where I need to pick up here. Okay, so here's the thing. The song, in my opinion, if you sit down and you think about it in context of what happens during the stages of a flood, the beginning of the song is kind of mellow and kind of foreboding, like the big fucking clouds are rolling up, like shit's about to go down. And then when they get to the heavy fucking flood, just ripping down rain, fucking waves everywhere, shit's going crazy, cats and dogs sleeping together, fucking mayhem. So yeah, it's kind of burdensome on the ears, but that's purposefully so because a flood is fucking terrible to go through. It makes you feel horrible. And then it gets to that solo part, which I would have to say is probably my favorite solo by Dimebag Darrell. If not my favorite solo, then one of his other ones, which I'll talk about in another video. But yeah, most likely my favorite solo by him. It's not one of his quicker solos, it's not shredderific, it's just full of fucking soul. And then at the very end, it gives you that outro that you've been waiting for. The calm after the storm, where it's just what's the word? Not sprinkling. What the fuck's the word? Drizzling. Okay. When it's just drizzling lightly, like it is right now outside, after that giant fucking storm, and you have this entire huge catharsis of emotion in that solo of like you just watch somebody die, and then that outro is kind of like the clincher, everything you just waited for, which was a sense of loss.
That was a great defense. You could be a salesman for sure. Like, I might need to listen to that again. There's a lot of passion in that song.
Dude, it seriously does. And like it took me a while to come on to that, but yeah, it does, man. You still fucking hate it.
I mean, there's a whole album by.
It only does 2 and 4. It only does 2 and 4.
Ocean's Epic Plagial wrote a whole album about a girl drowning in the ocean, and I heard that and I got it memorized, and then I hear this, I'm like, this is like you said about Black Sabbath. It's like a step backwards for me.
Okay, and in that sense, I can see that. I can see a step backwards, especially for us prog heads over here. I can see it being a step backwards.
Plus, the sound bites are just so cheesy. The guy talking and then flood.
Yeah.
Flood.
Man, it brings me back down again. It's almost hard to defend. You did great. You really did.
I'm like Sam Waterston.
He's just like, oh yeah, the song went like this. Like, oh yeah.
Total grade for me for this song, 2+ signs.
It was a hardcore negative. Mike's defense brought me back to maybe like a mild negative.
Mild negative. So we went from throwing it in the trash really hard to just dropping it in the trash.
Yeah. Kind of slowly going in. Yeah.
Thanks.
Gotta still give us a thumbs down.
Fuck you guys.
Continued in part 2.